Right, all. So this is from Cambridgeshire, the Fenlands. So it's a Fenland Citizen newspaper, so quite a small one. Um, but what I want to draw attention to is just the absolute hellscape that is the modern educational system and the Marxist, degenerate, mentally ill teachers that are running these places now. And while I'm thinking of it, the village I live in is a traditional thing where the school kids, primary school kids, they walk from the school up to the church to, for like around Christmas time, to sing Christmas carols and all that. And I went to the school about 2 years ago with one of the photo albums I've got to show them one of the photo books I make, show them who I am, give me ID, do everything by the book, and say, look, I'd like to stand on the street and take a photograph as you come up, with like the long line of school kids, and they're like, oh well, the usual passive aggressive thing I get off a lot of women. It's like, oh well, safeguarding children, and we can't have you doing that. But with hindsight, obviously, what I go about with now is saying, well, what are you going to do if someone drives past filming them all on a dash cam? What are you going to do then? Or if someone takes a photo out the window? But that's a different topic. But it gets to the point of what these teachers are like nowadays. They'll safeguard the children from someone like myself who's clearly innocent. I'd even share the photos with the parents, etc. But then the brainwashing the kids in the school factories with, look at it, rainbow flags everywhere, Black History Month. They're extremely anti-Christianity now, but they're pro-Islam, Buddhism, every other religion going. Do kids even sing hymns anymore? I did as a kid. I think we were the last generation too. So I'll have a quick read of it. As part of our Black History Month, which takes as its theme this year, saluting our sisters, and the irony being, what's her name, Debbie Benson. She's not even black. I hope you see this, Debbie Benson. You're not even black, love. You look half black, sort of coffee coloured, but you obviously just disregard the white side of your family. Bear in mind, it's the white people that built that area you live in Cambridgeshire. It's Dutch. The Dutch drained the water, so you could have all the canals and have all the roads. It's a white man that built the roads. It's a white man that built the buildings you live in. It's a white man that put all the laws and institutions in place for you. Just F off is all I can say. I'm sick of all your crap. So she's saying there's no role models for her. Well, there are loads of role models for you because you're half white. So, you couldn't have no end of role models, half white ones and black ones. You had two races, two ethnicities to choose from. You could even, because like you're brown, pit sort of Pakistanis and Asians as well. So I grew up in West Bitch, adopted by a white family. So a white family even took the time to invest in look into you and look after you. What an absolute spit in the face that this is. This means that when I went to secondary school, I had no one who looked like me to inspire me and help me to feel seen and not an outsider. I'm sure the school did everything they could to keep you happy, but you can't please people like you. Every day during Black History Month this year, Black British women who have played a role in changing lives of black women and girls will be highlighted during our school notices, which are shared at the start of each school day. They will also be on display on the TV screens around the school, so constant bombardment and brainwashing, to a load of white school kids. I'm sure you'll have loads of slavery stuff up there. You might as well just say white kids are all evil or something, just to say it as it is, as you see it. The different curriculum subjects will be highlighting black British women who are prominent in their subjects. We are looking to help girls and boys know who came before them. If they see it, they can be it. So basically you're pushing black people forward, not everybody. So you're focusing entirely on ethnicity and encouraging one ethnic group of people, but not the others. So what about the Chinese, the Indians, Pakistanis, English, Polish? Nah, just black people. That's not racist at all, is it? Inspirational names featured across the month include singer-songwriter Joan Armstrong. I'm not really bothered about these people. Blah, blah, blah. Other success stories set to inspire the students include I'm really mumbling my words. Book publisher Margaret Busby, Britain's longest serving black MP, Diane Abbott, brilliant. Diane Abbott, the famous mathematician Diane Abbott. And just to top it all off, we've got the University of Kent. University of Kent supports students during Black History Month with all the black flags, the black nationalities, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Cameroon, not Cambodia, that's in Asia. But it just shows from school to university and the colleges in between, these places are just absolute hellholes, and I haven't had kids, but I'd never send them to one of these places. As I said before, it's quite ironic that I can go and try and document an event with a camera, and these Marxist degenerate teachers can insinuate things to me, but look at what they're doing inside the schools. They're absolute scumbags. Anyway, this is interesting. I always tell students that we should celebrate what makes us different, to be seen on our own terms. But a minute ago you're saying that we shouldn't be everyone's the same, and we shouldn't be anyway, to be seen on our terms, be about race, gender, sexuality, faith, etc. Continued Miss Benson. I'll bet you're a miss as well. We all need to know that there is so much discrimination in society. Even if it is passive, it still impacts individuals and their life chances. Well, you've not done too bad as a teacher, have you? And you're going on about not seeing people as different. Well, obviously if you're white, you're male, you're straight, obviously you don't tick any boxes. You're all in the wrong, really, aren't you? Launched in the USA in 1970. Oh, sorry, one last thing. That's like the Martin Luther King thing, not judging people by the colour or the gender or the sexuality, but by the content of the character. But yet you're saying we should all see each other by race, gender, sexuality, faith, so more division. Launched in the USA in 1970, before spreading across the globe, Black History Month acknowledges the exceptional achievements of black people in shaping history, inspiring change and building communities. So, America, to me, is the absolute poison of the world. All this degenerate culture came from America, Hollywood. I'm not saying it's the ordinary American people, but America as a country is just Babylon. Britain and America are Babylon to me. It's just total degenerate, Marxist, LGBT, Black History Month hellholes. But we shouldn't be this way, because how we were in the 50s and before that, we were exceptional countries, weren't we? Things were on the decline from the 60s, though, definitely, when I look back on the videos on YouTube. So yeah, at Marshland we work to ensure that we recognise events like this, but we also work to incorporate these practices to be discussed throughout the year, and not just for the day, week or month. So basically, all year round, kids are going to be getting brainwashed with this sort of mentality. Marshland is such an inclusive school. We are working to celebrate everyone and show students that difference has to be a good thing. Difference is a good thing, but difference of opinion isn't. That's the thing with this diversity bollocks. And just to finish off this hellish landscape that is the modern headline world, Sweden is one of the happiest countries in the world, but as a black woman, I don't always agree. The black people to me are just absolute useful idiots. I'm not saying they're idiots, I'm saying they're being used by probably like people like this, to be fair. Hang on, what's this? Little Britain sketch is explicitly racist and outdated, Ofcom research finds. I've been saying that for a while actually, like Little Britain, it won't be long until that's kind of banned and scrapped from YouTube and so on, because the sketches they did only 15 years ago you couldn't get away with today because of the black community. They can't take a joke, and like I was saying then about the useful idiot thing, they're being used to tear everything down and cause huge divisions. But yeah, it's just a thought, and that's that. So.